good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet this way because this Mass, as we have always been doing, is a pilgrim's Mass. No? It is a Mass offered for the intentions of all our pilgrims all over the world. No? Ito pong misang ito ng ating simbahan ng Quiapo ay para po sa mga Pilipino and even non-Filipinos who have this devotion sa ating Panginoong Jesus Nazareno all over the world. Especially that this Mass, and all Masses for that matter, is live stream over YouTube and even on Facebook. So sa lahat po ng mga Pilipino all over the world, ang pagbati po mula dito sa ating tahanan ng mahal na poong Jesus Nazareno. Ayan. Today we are celebrating the feasts of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. One time, sa isang in a far, far away kingdom, the king called for a contest. Ang sabi ng hari, gusto kong makita kung ano pinakamagandang puso, kanino ang pinakamagandang puso sa bayan ko, sa aking kaharian. So there was a search for the most beautiful heart in his kingdom. After some time of choosing and selecting, there remained three women. Three women. Iniharap ito sa hari. Three finalists. And when everyone was gathered in front of the throne of the king, the first finalist was brought inside. And that woman showed her heart. Pinakita yung puso niya. Nakita nila, wow, ang ganda-ganda ng puso. In fact, yung puso niya perfectly shaped like a heart that everyone knows. No? Yung pusong talagang shape na shape, napakakinis, no? And it seemed to be very hard, no? Mukhang matatag, mukhang malakas, and it's perfect. No flaws at all. Palakpakan yung mga tao. Ang galing. Ang ganda ng puso. And then, the second finalist was brought in. Another woman. Sa harap ng hari, itong babaeng ito, binuksan niya yung kanyang puso. Pinakitang ganon. Wow! Palakpakan ng mga tao. Why? Dahil ang puso nitong babaeng ito, very tender, flesh, no? Pero pulang-pula, no? Napakaganda, very tender ang itsura niya. No, no bleeding, no nothing at all except for a tender flesh of a heart. Talagang napakaganda. And then the third one was brought in. And the woman, the very old woman, this time, came before the king at binuksan niya yung kanyang puso. Nakita ng lahat. Walang palakpak. Nanlaki ang mga mata ng mga tao na parang iniiwas nila yung tingin nila pagkatapos. Bakit? Dahil yung puso ng babae, halos hindi mo makita yung shape ng isang puso. Ang daming sugat, peklat, and even flesh wounds, and it is bleeding. Nothing like a shape of a heart. Far distinguished as a heart, napakapangit ng puso. But the king rose from his throne. Tumayo siya. At siya mismo ang pumalakpak bilang hari. Siya mismo. Nagulat ang lahat. Bakit pumalakpak ang hari? At ang hari nagsalita, kilala ko ang babaeng ito. Kilala ko ito na matagal na dahil siya yung iniwan minsan ng kanyang asawa. Naiwan sa kanya ang kanyang mga anak. Kailangan niya maghanap buhay para sa kanyang mga anak na naiwan sa kanya. Maraming tumanggi sa kanya, maraming nanloko, maraming nang away sa kanya, at ang kanyang mga anak, hindi lahat perfect. Maraming kabiguan siyang naranasan sa kanyang mga anak na pinalaki niyang mag-isa. And yet, this woman remained strong. This woman remained faithful. This woman remained as a mother, as a very caring and loving mother. He did not give up. He did not surrender. But he always called on God to ask God's favors, to ask God's blessing on her. Today, lahat ng mga anak niya are in their own. Most of them, if not all, are successful. Nung marinig ito ng mga tao, sila mismo ay tumayo at pinalakpakan ang pangatlong babaeng humarap sa hari. Everyone knew kung sino ang panalo. Bakit ko sinasabi po ito? Because if we speak of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, ang puso ng Mahal na Birheng Maria, hindi ibig sabihin si Maria ay humarap sa buhay ng walang pagsubok. Siya mismo nakaranas ng maraming hapis at kalungkutan. The Gospel speaks of that moment when Jesus remained in the temple without the knowledge of his parents. And for 3 days, this Mama Mary, together with Saint Joseph, were looking for their lost son. Alam niyo po kung paano mawala ng anak. Hindi mo alam kung nasa saan. Hindi mo alam kung maayos ba siya at ligtas ba siya. Ito yung isa sa mga una na nagbigay ng kalungkutan kay Mama Mary. At marami pang sumunod doon. In fact, most especially in the last 3 years of his son's life, nakita niya kung paano ang kanyang anak ay na-frustrate, na-disappoint sa mga tao na minamahal ng kanyang mga anak. Nakita niya yung anak niya kung paano his son was misunderstood. His son was accused falsely until the last days of his son's life. That his son was arrested, persecuted, inflicted with a lot of wounds, mocked, maligned by people, ungrateful people, until the last moment when his son was crucified on the cross before her very eyes. She saw her son died alone on the cross. Ang puso ni Maria, sugat-sugat. Pero ang Diyos naman, kapag titignan tayo, ang kanya namang pamantayan ay kung sino yung flawless. Ang pamantayan ng Diyos, hindi naman niya hinahanap kung sino yung perfect. Ang hinahanap ng Diyos ay yung pusong tapat, kagaya ni Mama Mary, ng Mahal na Birheng Maria. Nasa gitna ng panloloko ng mundo, the unfair world, the unjust society, that despite the many frustrations, fears, setbacks, ang puso ay nananatiling tapat sa Diyos. That's what makes the heart of Mary immaculate. Hindi siya sanitized of the world's meanness, cruelty, but a heart that faced all the cruelty of this world but remained faithful to God. Yun naman po ang hinahanap ng Diyos sa atin hindi po ba? Yung pagiging tapat. Alam ng Diyos, marami tayong haharapin. Sa kabila ng ating pagsusumikap, mabibigo pa rin tayo. Sa kabila ng ating tapat na pagmamahal, lolokohin pa rin tayo. Sa kabila ng ating pagtatrabaho ng ganun-ganun na lamang, na talagang buhos natin ang lahat-lahat, minsan talagang kinakapos pa rin tayo. Tayong mga nagtitiwala sa mga tao, sa sistema, we will be disappointed, we will be betrayed. Marami po tayong dadanasin sa mundong ito. And no one can escape that. But we will remain faithful. That's what makes our heart pleasing to God. Naririto po yung aking mga kaibigan. Ayan, ano. Si Nanay Ason from Pasig. No? She's here with her daughter, 4. Ayan, no? Si Nanay Ason is just celebrated 90 years old. Tama po ba? 100. 90 pa lang. Ayan, 90. From Pasig. And as far as I know, si Nanay Ason brought her 5 daughters and 1 son who's my classmate in high school by herself alone. Kung papaano si Nanay Ason really raised up her whole family by herself and making her daughters all successful to this time by herself alone. In fact, si Nanay Ason was treated by the whole barkada as our own mother. Ayan. Parang nanay-nanaya namin because she always had a very accommodating heart to all of us. Marami dito mga single mothers. You know what I'm saying. Mahirap po. But just like any one of us, lalaki man o babae, tatay man o nanay, ang hinahanap ng Diyos sa atin, maging tapat lang tayo. Our hearts will always be longing for God first and foremost. We will not escape the cruelty of this world, but definitely the Lord's grace will be enough for us so that our heart will always be longing for God first and foremost. Kahapon, kabanal-banalang puso ni Jesus. Ngayon, piyesta ng kalinis-linisang puso ng kanyang ina, ang mahal na Birheng Maria. It is an invitation for us to look at our hearts. Sino ba ang hinahangad at inaasam ng ating mga puso? Sino ba ang hinahanap ng ating mga puso? Ang Diyos nag-aanyaya at nagbibigay biyaya para matagpuan natin, matagpuan ng ating mga puso, ang ating tahanan at kapahingahan sa puso ng Diyos.